What's going on, you guys? My name is Wolf and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, we are going to talk about getting your wisdom teeth removed, my experience, tips for it. And I decided to do this because I've always seen people get really worried about getting their wisdom teeth out. I was very worried about getting my wisdom teeth out, and I watched some videos, but everybody's experience is different. It's 100% different. What I went through might not be what you're gonna go through, because everybody reacts differently and everybody has a different oral surgeon. But if I give a few tips that will help you, that's just all the better. So I'm on my second, almost my third week of having my wisdom teeth removed. So when you come home, you're really lethargic and you're really tired, and you can be really sick. I was really sick. I was in a lot of pain. So my mom actually went and got me went and got me a milkshake. So they do say that you don't want to eat dairy the first 24 or 48 hours, but I did, and I didn't get sick. All I wanted was a milkshake, so I got a milkshake. And for some people, the dairy does bother them. Sometimes you don't want to have dairy when you first get your wisdom teeth out. But for me, it didn't bother me, and I mean, if you know your dairy is going to bother you, I would not suggest having dairy the first 24 hours. But for me, it didn't hurt me, so I had it. And I had pain. I didn't take many pain pills. So pain pills, they can make you sick, and that's just depending on the person. For me, my pain pills have always made me really sick whenever I had surgery. So I would try not to take so many. I took maybe 2 this surgery. I took maybe 1 my second surgery because I got so sick. And they were 2 totally different surgeries, and I didn't take any my first surgery, which was another oral surgery. I had my canines pulled down, because my canines were in the roof of my mouth for my braces. And then I had my wisdom teeth removed, and I didn't take many pain pills. I refused to take pain pills because I knew how sick they were going to make me. Stick to your antibiotics. I mean, you do not want to end up getting even sicker or something happening with your sockets. So take your antibiotics and just take it as much as the dentist says you need to. Mine was every 6 hours, so I took mine every 6 hours on the dot because I didn't want anything to happen with mine. And then dry socket. So they do tell you that you do have it. There's a chance to get dry socket. My oral surgeon told me there's no chance you can get dry socket. You won't get it. It's a 0% chance. So I got dry socket. Mine was forming. I didn't technically have it yet, but dry socket was forming in my bottom left. But I had caught it so early that it didn't hurt. I just noticed that the pain was lasting longer than what it should have. So if you start feeling pain and it starts lasting more than it should be lasting, then you should go see your dentist or your oral surgeon. I didn't go back to my oral surgeon at all after I had my wisdom teeth removed. So I went back to my dentist, and he told me that dry socket was forming. So whether you go back to your oral surgeon or you go to your dentist, one of them will tell you if you might have dry socket forming. For me, it wasn't so bad because I caught it so early that it didn't have a chance to form. But I had to go back 3 times to get it repacked so it wouldn't form. And I still have a little bit of pain, but I'm still going to the dentist to have it checked just in case. And then use your syringe for after you eat. All the time after you eat, I would definitely suggest it. My oral surgeon did not give me one, so the 6th day I went back to the dentist, they gave me one. So it probably will look something like this. I would suggest you use it whenever you eat, after every time you eat. And even if you don't like saltwater rinses, they do help. It'll keep them clean. It'll keep them from getting infected. So I would definitely use it as much as you need to. I wouldn't suggest using like once a day. That's too little, especially as soon as you get your wisdom teeth out. They do suggest that you don't do it until 24 hours after you get your wisdom teeth removed. I didn't do much eating, so I didn't have to do any rinses because I hardly even ate. But after the 24 hours, I did a lot of it. And when I went back to solid foods, I started doing a lot of it just to make sure nothing happens, because you don't want to have a delayed reaction to something and have to go back and be in a lot of pain even longer. And then food. So I didn't know anything about food. My oral surgeon did not tell me anything about food. He told me I could eat macaroni and stuff like that, but I didn't know anything like how long would it last, how long till I could eat solid foods, what could I eat. he didn't really inform me of any of this. He was just talking about stuff you can eat after you get your wisdom teeth out, but I didn't know how long after. He said as soon as I got out, I could eat macaroni and chicken and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I was in so much pain. I wasn't going to do that. So I was on a purely liquid diet, and I would suggest that for like the first few days. Going on a purely liquid diet does help the healing. But if you're like me, I was miserable. I just wanted solid foods. So my mom had to go get me some energy drinks and some protein drinks. So I would drink those, and I would get what I needed for like protein and carbohydrates and stuff like that. I still needed those. You still need those to heal. It'll make the healing process go by a lot faster. So if your dentist tells you not to eat for 2 weeks, then I would suggest something like that, or something really, really soft like eggs. And they do suggest pancakes. So pancakes, maybe. If you have something like this, it'll make it a lot easier to be able to eat. But for me, my dentist told me six days after I could go back to regular foods. So as soon as I went back to regular foods, and I had my syringe, so it made things a lot easier to eat. I haven't gone back to like candy or sticky stuff or like peanuts or popcorn or anything like that. I'm kind of slowly with chips right now. Or I don't want anything to end up getting stuck if I can't get it out, because I don't want to go back to the dentist right now. I've been to the dentist so many times, I just don't want to go back. But if they tell you to take precautions and not eat something after a specific amount of time, because they might give you instructions. I didn't get any instructions really, except for like post-op, like a day post-op or 48 hours post-op. So I didn't really get any instructions on what to eat and what not to eat. But if they give you instructions, I would follow them. And if you are missing solid foods, ask them when you can go back to eating solid foods. It's not going to hurt. And if you start feeling extra pain, go back to your dentist or your oral surgeon. It's not going to hurt you going back. I went back 6 days after, and then I had to go back 3 more times, and it doesn't hurt to just double check. I was always really worried about it, so I went back quite a few times just to check, and I'm glad I did, because they caught dry socket before I was in a buttload of pain, or in so much pain. So going back doesn't hurt. Don't feel like you're going to bother them if you go back. It's just for your health, and if you're in pain, it's for your own good. Go back just to check to make sure nothing's wrong, so you catch it early, or you catch it before you're in too much pain. And again, listen to your oral surgeon or listen to your dentist when they say to do something, because they probably know what to do better than, say, I would. But if they don't give you any instructions, I would just ask as time goes by, or call and ask, or something of that nature, because I just asked and I was allowed to go back to regular foods. But if I had been given instructions, I probably would have been still maybe on a liquid diet. I'm not really sure, because it's 2 weeks after, and I'm not sure how other oral surgeons do it, but this is what my dentist told me to do. So it does help to ask if you have any questions about it. And just really be careful and just get a lot of rest. I slept quite a bit after I had my wisdom teeth removed. I slept all the first day, all the second day. I slept almost a week. I didn't want to do anything because I was just so out of it. I remember falling asleep sideways at 7 o'clock on the side of my bed because I felt so sick. And if you're feeling so sick, just, for me, what has always helped is laying on a cool floor like this, or on a kitchen floor that's tile. That's always helped me, because it'll help me kind of settle in and makes me not want to be so sick. It helps with being really nauseous, so that's always helped me. And if it might help you, I'm not sure, but this has always helped me when I'm really nauseous. I kind of just lay on the floor because it's a lot cooler and it makes me a lot more comfortable. Even though the floor is very uncomfortable, it can help with the nausea. But hopefully anything I said will help you with getting your wisdom teeth removed. And I mean, it's not as bad as everybody says it is. It really isn't, especially if you're being really careful. I was very, very careful, but some things just happen. Just make sure you're taking good care of your sockets and making sure you're taking good care of your mouth. And don't forget to brush your teeth. I know they say don't brush your teeth after like the first 24 hours, but after that, try to brush your teeth a little bit. I missed brushing my teeth so much because I didn't want to go back to the dentist and have to get any cavities filled, so I would kind of brush around. I'd lift up my mouth and kind of just brush and make sure I wasn't brushing any of my sockets too hard. So or anywhere near that, I would just kind of brush really softly and use a regular toothbrush. Don't use a vibrating toothbrush. Don't use an electric toothbrush, because that will not help. It'll most likely make it worse. But hopefully anything I said here will help you to get your wisdom teeth out and help you in your healing process. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I shall show you guys, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. So see you guys later.